When I was 30 years old, I was diagnosed with a very serious autoimmune disease that I now call my fake colitis. I suddenly started getting these symptoms: bad digestion, lots of visits to the bathroom, bleeding, mucus. I mean, it was immediate and it was scary, and I knew something was very, very wrong with me. So I went to the doctor, they sent me to the gastro, and they did a sigmoidoscopy where they go up with a camera. I was awake for it, and I could see the screen, and they look. He confirmed that I had ulcerative colitis. I lived with what I now call fake colitis for 17 years. Periodically, it would go into remission, in quotes, where the symptoms would go away and I would feel good, sometimes up to a year, sometimes 2 years, but then the symptoms would come back. And when the symptoms came back, it was extreme and excessive. I was very sick. I got down to 140 pounds. I'm 6'1". I'm normally between like 180 and 190. I was skeletal. I was anemic. I was bleeding. I had mucus. I would have accidents. It was absolutely horrific. I talked to two very dear friends and I told them, I don't think I want to continue on. I'm not living. I feel like I'm constantly in a state of depression and I'm dying. My body is dying. My one friend said, just spend the money one more time, go to a really good gastro and a really good either Eastern doctor, acupuncturist, or naturopath. So I did. Went to the gastro. The gastro was not very helpful. Found a naturopath. He said the first thing we're going to do is send your stool in for testing. At this point, the testing had changed. Back when I originally got diagnosed, the testing just tested the stool to look for parasites. But now they can look for substrates that these parasites leave behind. And sure enough, wouldn't you know, I had substrates left behind for a parasite called Entamoeba histolytica. When I got that back, I asked my naturopath, could I have parasites this whole time and not even have colitis? And he said, the only way to know is to get a colonoscopy. If you have colitis, your cells will have changed. So I did. Went back for the results and he said, I did 5 biopsies and your cells are normal. You don't have colitis. You never had colitis. Tell me about this theory about parasites. And I said, well, it's not a theory. I said they were found in my stool. When I first told him that, he just kind of wasn't interested. Then began the healing. I did the Western medications, which were so strong and terrible. Then I would take breaks and then I would go Eastern and do Chinese herbs, back and forth for about 1.5 to 2 years. That got me to maybe 60% better. Then I use a protocol that I now use on people that I help, and it's called Cellcore, the products, and it really worked to help me fully clear out the rest of these parasites that I visibly saw some crazy things leaving my body. And I got well. Now, backing up before that happened, my liver was enlarged. They had ransacked my entire body. They were running free for 17 years. And I tell you this story because not to say that if you're chronically ill that your diagnosis is incorrect. I can't say that. But just to say that I didn't give up. I tried everything. I mean, everything. I went to naturopaths before the one I found that helped me. I went to chiropractors. I went to a lot of acupuncturists, a lot of herbalists. I even went to a psychic, this really well-known psychic in Los Angeles. And she actually said, you know, you're going to get better. I don't know how. And I don't know why, but I see you getting better. And I believed her. And I'm better. And I'm living my life. And I'm healthy. And I'm helping other people. I'm an acupuncturist. I'm an herbalist. I run cleanses and detoxes. And I help other people clean up their bodies. And you don't have to be super sick to do a detox, by the way. Anyway, I hope this inspires someone out there. If you guys are not feeling well, if you're not feeling good, stay close to your community. Talk about your problems. Share these issues with your friends and your family. They love you. They want to help you. And I'm here too. Feel better.